All right, Hudale here, Stripes and Coffee 2022 edition. Got my coffee going on. Good shit right there. And it's just a couple hours before the game. Just wanted to start this thing back up, 2022 season, and just kind of put my thoughts out there in cyberspace, just kind of winging it by the, cuff my pants, all that type of stuff. But some things I didn't do to close out last year. After that, God damn Super Bowl loss. Pretty much just downed whatever swill I was drinking at the time and plopped face down sideways in my bed and didn't get up until I had to go to work the next couple of days or whatever. So super bummed out over that. Didn't really, do anything on this channel. I wanted to kind of get a little, at least my thoughts, but I just kind of left it alone. So I was keeping up with my team and everything, so I know what happened in free agency, the draft, and preseason and all that, but just didn't put anything out here. So just did want to get my quick thoughts on the Super Bowl out there, as painful as that is, but then we were ready to move on into 2022. But, there at the end, the T. Higgins pass, great touchdown, missed face mask. Can't call what you don't see. I'm not a big, it's the ref's fault. But, they did miss that, but we benefited, whatever, that happens. Then we all know what happened that fourth quarter drive from the Rams. They had not been calling any flags all day. They started calling flags, which normally I'm not too big on, but god damn it, that was not a hold by Logan Wilson. Remember that. Logan Wilson did not hold. I don't know how you play any better defense than that. Yet again, though, that got him on the, the freaking millimeter line, and then they got it in. But even then, refs be damned. We still had about 2 minutes left with the big leg kicker to get it done. We're driving. We get about to the damn logo, 4th and 1. And it was just sad to see Jamar Chase break Jalen Ramsey's ankles, but Arnold Donald blew up the left guard and sacked Joe Burrow, and the story. And Joe Burrow even said that he checked to that play. He's like, yeah, I saw I had man. I checked to that, checked to the go route. Tried to look off the safety, but didn't have enough time to come back and get the Jamar, and that was that. So had our offensive line been able to hold up for just a half a second longer, we might be talking about a different game here in a Bengals victory. But this is where we're at. And that brought us into free agency, where we needed to fix our offensive line, which we did. So we picked up Lyle Collins. We picked up Alex Kappa. We picked up Ted Karras, all quality offensive linemen. And now something that we were near the bottom, maybe bottom 4, should put us at least in the top half, if not maybe closer to the top 10. I don't know how good we'll be, but on paper we're a lot better. I don't see how we could be worse. And, with Joe Burrow with a decent line, that should be scary. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. We also picked up a 4th rounder, Cordell Volson, won that left guard job from Jackson Carman, who really just hasn't been living up to expectations. And he could be the weak link, but it looks like he could be a solid player. Looked pretty good in preseason, had some ups and downs as he's going to as a rookie, 4th rounder, small school, North Dakota State. We'll see how it goes, but having one weak link is better than like 4 weak links, and he might even develop to be pretty good. They're really high on him, and just like his work ethic and everything, all the effort he's putting out. And he's just a finisher. Like, he would just be tackling in the play he's been long dead, just shoving his guy to the ground. It's pretty awesome to see, but still a question mark there. And at the end of preseason, we got a few waiver wire picks. That I think a defensive tackle from the Jags, blocking tight end from New England, I believe, and there's one other piece. Offensive guard from the Texans. Sharping, I think was his name. Max Sharping. A lot of starting experience, so that added some quality depth there. So if somebody gets hurt, he should be able to slide in and not miss too much of a beat. So, bottom line with all this is we only lost C.J. Uzomah, and I think we might have upgraded with Hayden Hurst as a receiving tight end at least. So we didn't lose really anything, and we only got better. We fixed our biggest weakness in the offensive line, so I think we're set up for success with this team. Now, that's the quick whirlwind recap, and to give my feelings about what happened in the Super Bowl. That's all done with. It's 2022. We got to prove it all over again. We are not even really the favored to win the division, which okay, you don't want to give us a Super Bowl again, Super Bowl hangover, no loser ever makes it back to the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's reasonable. But some people have us not even going to the playoffs and not even winning this division, which is absurd. Now, the Ravens are going to be more competitive. You know, if nobody gets hurt again, they were just devastated by injury. It should be more evenly matched, and they could win the division. So some people picking them, I understand it. But to have everybody pick the Ravens and nobody give the reigning AFC champions the freaking a chance to win this is just absurd. It should be split, or some people picking the Ravens, but it really should be the Bengals until proven otherwise. So we obviously have to prove it again, but it almost feels like we're underdogs once again. So I mean, we're not as underdogs as usual. I think we're looked at as contenders and should make the playoffs, but maybe miss out on the playoffs. But definitely not making it back to the Super Bowl according to everybody else, when we know damn well we can. We got a harder schedule, what they say, and all that. But I saw a metric where our strength of schedule from this year and last year is not that much difference. And one other key point, 3 teams, the Bears, the Jags, and the Jets, who were teams that lowered our strength of schedule, we only won one of those games, so they didn't even help us anyway. So all those teams on our schedule, there's a lot of good teams, but I know deep down we can beat every single one of them. Will we? No, we're going to lose some games, but we should still have a really good year. Now, to the Steelers game this year, they defensively, they were an anomaly last year. It was weird. They had the most sacks of any team, but then they were the worst run defense in the league, which is strange for a Steelers team because they pride themselves in their defense and especially stopping the run. Now we know their defensive line. That's where they have the strength against us. They have a great pass rush. So that's the one thing that would be scary on their defense. But we got an improved offensive line that will hopefully hold up at least enough for Joe Burrow to do his thing. Now I don't know that they did anything to really improve their run defense though. They did get a Miles Jack linebacker, which I don't know if he'll help with that at all, but he's been kind of declining, so I guess we'll see. But I think Joe Mixon could have a day behind an improved offensive line. And that, when their secondary, I think, is just pretty good. They got Minka Fitzpatrick. He's a stud, but everybody else, I don't know that I'm ringing the alarm that we're not going to do well. So if that pass rush doesn't get home, look out, man. And, we're going to have our freaking 3-headed monster wide open. And then, like Hayden Hurst up the seams, and if they did not fix that rushing defense, then Joe Mixon could have a day and then make it even worse for, the secondary when they're bringing somebody down in the box to stop that, and then we're passing over the field and totting them up. So, now, how they can beat us, new quarterback, I would not be scared of Mitch Trubisky, and then they got some weapons, and everybody hypes them up, but I don't know that they're the bee's knees, but, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, they got some good talent out there. Mitch Trubisky is okay, and he's more mobile, and arguably last year's version of Ben Roethlisberger, they might have an upgraded quarterback, so, we can't take it for granted, definitely they're going to probably have some moving pockets and heavy dose of Najee Harris, but our run defense has been stellar, so I'm not really that scared of Najee Harris. But, maybe this version of Mitch Trubisky on the Steelers takes us by surprise, and he's surprisingly mobile, and he escapes the pocket and hits some of these guys in, on the move or something. And I don't think it's this team, but Bengals teams of the past, we'll have that in the back of our head, like, oh no, a new quarterback. And he's not new. He's just new in the division, on this team. So it's kind of like we're playing a new quarterback in a way, and we're kind of cursed to that or whatever. But, I'm just not real scared of their offense, but, as long as our pass rush, which is very good as it is, and I really see our secondary holding up a lot better than theirs can. So, rush and cover, I think we can definitely do that. Our linebackers are better. We're great at stopping the run, so we can take Najee Harris out of it. Their key to winning is to beat us defensively. So if they did improve and can stop that run, and they can pin their ears back and just let their pass rush go at it, and then we don't have any time to get it to our three-headed monsters, that's probably the recipe for success. And my interest is, are they going to double Jamar? Or are they going to do like a too-high safety shell and keep him covered, and not get beat deep? Or are they going to, be stubborn Steelers ways where, they're focused on stopping the run and they only got one safety back, and, that frees up Jamar Chase to just eat him up in some one-on-one matchups or, some softer zone. We'll see. But at any rate, I am super excited about this season. You should be too. Keep your expectations high. Fuck all the noise from all the damn analysts and what they're saying, and some people even picking the Steelers to win. Now, keep in mind, I do get that little nervousness in the back of my head that Mike Tomlin just has a way to get this team to win. They have always had a great defense. So last year's bad run defense, I think, was an anomaly, so we can't take this team lightly. But picking them to win the division, I don't know. But Mike Tomlin always has a way to get them 2 to 3 extra wins than they probably should have had. So they're going to be better than they should be on paper. I guarantee it. So we're going to have tough matchups in this division throughout the season. I know it. The Ravens, Steelers, and even the Browns, we'll see when the clown Deshaun Watson comes back or whatever. But even with Jacoby Brissett on that first game, these should all be good games. So it's getting close to game time. So Who-Dale out. You enjoy the game, and happy Who-Day first game Steelers week to you. And I am going to finish by saying this. I hope we smack the shit out of them and we stop calling this Steelers week and we just look at it as another game we brush off the side, and they start calling it Bengals week. Who-Dale out.